Hi, let's go for a little spin to the shops in my 2006 Ford car collection. It's 1.3 Duratec with 70 bhp, the dizzy heights of 70 horsepower. I am absolutely boiling and sweating off my little, well, it's quite significant tits. Uh, it does have aircon, but guess what? It doesn't work. I mean, be still, your collective beating hearts, eh? But I'm just going to go to the shop quickly. It's only a few miles. I'm reluctant to wind down the window because of the noise, but we'll see how we get on. I'm not sure whether the fan or this is preferable. And I'm sorry about the camera angle. It's too much of my head, really, isn't it? But never mind. Anyway, let's go. And my house key just fell onto the floor because my keyring has bent somehow. But never mind. I'll just have to remember it's there. Right. Let's go. Lovely little sports leather steering wheel. You can't really see it at this angle. I must get a proper mount and a proper camera. And there's a big thing coming in, a VAR or something. I hate them. I don't know why. They're just so bloody big. These shoes I've got on are cutting off the blood supply to my feet. My stepdad bought me them for Christmas and obviously doesn't know my shoe size. I think these are a 10, I'm an 11. I'm paranoid that's going to go fall off or something. So if I keep touching you, don't worry. It's not personal. Lovely gearbox, very, very slick. I think it's a, is it a BC5 on these? See, there's quite a lot of glare there. I think it's a BC5 gearbox. I could be wrong. Please don't be scared to correct me. I did have another video of me driving this, but I'm going to delete it, and this is going to be the one. I wasn't really satisfied with the other one. I was a little bit tired, and I didn't like the camera angle. Not that this one's much better, but cut my feet. I'm just looking forward to getting home and just how free my feet will feel. Unbelievably accurate and sharp steering. I mean, you can feel everything. You really can feel everything. There's one on a mobility scooter on there. It's got a leaky water pump this at the minute, so I don't go too far. I don't want to go too far because I don't want the car to overheat. Get a bottle of water or something from the shop just to top it up in case it needs it. But it's getting fixed on Monday, so it's fine. I would have had a go at the job myself, but it looks horrendous. There's no room. It's a very tightly packed engine bay. I don't even have axle stands anymore, never mind a ramp. And you know, it's just, oh for Christ's sake, he just ran right out in front of me. Some really good parenting, just stand shouting at your kids and doing nothing. Sorry, I shouldn't be saying things like that, should I? I think it's because I'm in tremendous pain. That's too loud, perhaps. Yeah, it's got a really good chassis. The ride's actually quite compliant. I'm going to have to put that on. I can't hear myself. The ride's actually quite compliant. I did have a couple of Peugeot 205s before this. It's not as smooth as a 205, of course it's not, but you know, it's quite good. Quite good. Quite good. I sounded like head off League of Gentlemen there. It's quite good. Sorry to all the people that haven't got a clue what I'm talking about. It's just the way I roll. performance is decent. I mean, 70 bhp is not a lot by modern standards, but this is a very light car. On paper, the 0 to 60 time looks quite pathetic, but is it? Some sources say 13.4 seconds, some sources say 14 seconds. But it rarely feels underpowered. The in-gear acceleration, I mean, say you wanted to go from 50 to 70 in fifth, it'd be great. It's great. It's torquey. It's a torquey little engine. I used to have a Mark IV Fiesta with a 1.25 Zetec SE engine, which was a lovely little engine, but I have to say, thirstier than this. And although it's got more torque than this, the torque, the available torque is available only higher up in the rev range, whereas this has just got a big thump of torque low down. So you can rev it, but it just gets very, well, not very, but it gets a bit noisy. It's still got that old school Ford thing of sounding a bit like some kind of wounded animal when you accelerate. A bit CVH, but without the NVH. And it's a pleasant little thing. Once I figured out you can actually move the seat back up, and I didn't realise that for quite a while because I'm not very bright. But once I realised that, you know, it's perfectly comfortable. I'm not saying I'd want to drive across Europe in it, but I'd drive to northern Scotland in this, no problem, 300 miles. It's got enough room. It's even got somewhere to rest your clutch foot. It doesn't have a clutch foot rest, but it does have space for your clutch foot. Brakes are decent. My dad's got a, what's he got? A Citroen C4 Space Tourer. That's it. It's a Picasso really, but they've just really named it Space Tourer. It's a 2018. It's a huge thing. It's a land yacht, and the brakes on this are nearly as good. Although I should point out, this weighs about half of what my dad's car weighs. That weighs, I think, 1700 kilos. This weighs about 900, early 900s. You know, I did actually think about getting the aircon deleted just to make it a bit lighter, and so there's no sort of parasitic draws on the engine power. But days like today, I think about getting the aircon reinstated. Oh, it's not even that hot, it's just so muggy. Oh, I've got a bit of a bad throat. Come on, there's my window. Thanks, woman. Out of angle? No, you haven't yet. So yeah, you can drive it like that, but there's not much point. You know, the older car that had the Enduro E engine, the old pushrod engine, I had a colleague at work and they said, oh, my mum's got a 1 litre Micra, or she had a 1 litre Micra, and then she had a Ford Ka. She said the Ford Ka felt like it had no power compared to the Micra. And on paper, although it's a much more technically advanced engine in the Micra, the Cat is way better. It's much torqueier. It's because she was probably driving it in the same way that she was probably driving the Cat in the same way that she was driving the Micra. Whereas in the Cat, you're driving kind of like a diesel, an old school diesel. You change up early, and then it feels perfectly acceptable. You know, it's not like a Micra where you're revving the tits off it, and then it stops accelerating at 30 miles an hour. These will keep plodding on slowly. But they can maintain speed. That's the best thing about these torquey little engines. Although this Duratec is apparently way better than the Enduro E, though I've only been a passenger in an Enduro E powered car. I've never actually driven one. I do waffle a lot, don't I? You know, I'm going to go in Lidl, and sometimes it's better to swing around the roundabout instead of waiting to turn in, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Gonna get me little half bottle of whiskey for tonight. Have a little chill out. Ask ChatGPT stupid questions. I'm 41. You know, 25 years ago when I left school, if somebody said, this is going to be your life in 25 years, I would have been like, oh my word. My God. Yeah, don't bother indicating, I'll just wait, are you? Sorry, I'm a bit of a dick sometimes. Right. All these people's indicators are broken. It's incredible. What an incredible coincidence. And I've got somebody right on the arse. No, it's a taxi, of course. There we are. It would have been quicker just to turn in Lidl, really. But sometimes I'm driving this and I think, why would you even want a better car than this? I mean, there are lots of reasons in reality, but sometimes it's just such a pleasant little thing to drive. Sometimes bordering on exciting on the right road, I have to say. It makes me kind. The only thing is, I'm like that. Right, I realise how good this is, and once I realise how good that is, this is, I think, well, now I want a sport car. And if I had a sport car, I'd think, oh, I want a Fiesta Z-Tech S. And if I had a Fiesta Z-Tech S, I'd want a 1.7 Puma. You know, I could go on. Oh, there's a K11 Micra. Shall we park near it? 51 plate SE. I wonder if it's a 1 litre or a 1.4. The 1.4 is like that stuff dogs do off a stick. I think it'll be the 1 litre though. You can see it there next to me. Quite nice. Sorry, let's reverse first. I appreciate this is incredibly boring. I am actually just sat in a car park. Yeah, why don't I end the video? Do you think I should? I'll go forward in this parking space. End on a cliffhanger. Will I or won't I? I don't know. I'm done. The cliffhanger is, will I ever make another video? Stay tuned. Bye for now.